Welcome back, everyone. It's Sam McDonough, IFBB Bikini Pro, and we have so many shows this weekend. Okay, let's talk. Okay. Who do we have this weekend? We have Texas. Which Texas show is it? The Texas Pro. And then we have the Tahoe Pro, which I love Tahoe, you guys. I love the Tahoe show. This is Tokyo. Okay, we have the Tokyo Pro Super Show and Tahoe, and then we have the Midwest and Naturals show. So we're going to talk about all of it, but first, I have some life updates for you. Okay, here's my life update, you guys. You are witnessing a woman who is in the midst of a life change. My life is transforming right now. I'm about to be a more organized, more efficient person, and it's going to be a new chapter for me, you guys. Okay, what's going on? I have ADHD. So I just and maybe not to blame it, but it is a big sign. I have a lot of stuff and I need to put it away, and I don't have anywhere to put it away. Our storage is like all full, and it's full of things that are old, and it's just too overwhelming to clean out myself. So I have someone who is a member at work, and she loves to clean and she loves to organize, and she is here. She is here now, and she will be with us cleaning out and organizing. She had us pick out a bunch of like organizing divider stuff so lids don't just like fall out of the cabinet when I'm trying to get like Tupperware and stuff. And she is gonna mount things on the wall so I don't have things cluttered on the counter. I am just so excited. It's seriously, because it brings me a level of anxiety and dread every single day, and I'm just like don't know where to start, and I hate cleaning. It brings me like genuine anger. So yeah, and she loves it. She's like, she loves cleaning. She loves organizing things. I love organizing things too, but not like my own stuff. And yeah, it's amazing. So I'm so excited. And I'm just thrilled. I'm just completely thrilled. So that's what's going on. What else is going on? My sister's bachelorette party is happening, so I have a bunch of stuff on my couch trying to figure out what I'm going to wear for it. So that's enough of that. And then we're also getting my boyfriend wants shirts made with all the dogs. So, like, here's one picture. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to go through all these, but whatever. That's one. That's Mr. Ari. And then here's Mr. Ash. He's so cute. And then here is Miss Bixen. You know Miss Bixen. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, and we keep the Christmas tree up year round. Okay, so let's get into it. What are we going to start with? Okay. Let's start with, Tahoe, Tokyo. Okay, let's start with Tokyo because I know the least amount of people from there. I did pull people up. So who do I think is going to win this show? Okay, so we have... where to even start? So we have a lot of people. I think Sally Ann Cato is I think she's going to win the show. So let's pull her up. Did I already go through all these people? And okay, yeah, these people have all done really well. So yeah, this is who I think is going to win. Sally Ann Cato. So she has only competed once since the Olympia in 2022. And she just has a beautiful, beautiful physique, beautiful shape. Great fullness to her muscle bellies. Her muscle bellies remind me a lot of Maureen Blanquisco's. And then let's see the back pose. So I think she has great balance, great fullness. She's been to the Olympia before. And yeah, I mean, I just think she has the right conditioning and pop. Like you see all of the lines, but she's not like a wow person. Well, actually, in her glutes, she is pretty wow. But you see all the lines, but they aren't too etched in, which is like exactly what they want and what they awarded the Olympia. Could her hair be a little more like polished? Yeah, just like shorter, and like all straight. That would be good. It looks like there are some wavy pieces. But yeah, I think Sally Ann is my choice to win, or my prediction to win. And let's just see like a front pose where she's like solidly in her front pose. I didn't pull up all these pictures beforehand because there are like just so many. I think she could angle her hips away a little bit so she's not so straight on in her waist, but I do like the suit color a lot. Her tan looks really good. Big smile, so it looks like she's having fun, which is important. And then here she was at the Olympia in 2022. And yeah, just great shape, great fullness. And this is the Olympia that Maureen won. So I'll just show you like what I mean when I say their conditioning is really similar. Let's make this brighter. Okay, so here's our back pose. I think she could arch a little bit more in her back pose, maybe. I don't know. It looks like there's a point Yeah, she just looks really full. It looks like there's a point like here where she completely loses the arch, so that's why I mentioned that. So yeah, that's her conditioning compared to Maureen's when she won. It just looks very similar to me. Sally Ann didn't like place at this show, but I just see some overlap in the way they present. And then here's Maureen's back pose. Oh, Maureen, my favorite Miss Olympia there ever was. So yeah, okay, I think Sally Ann. So I'm gonna write that down. Okay, so my predictions for Tokyo. Okay, so Tokyo, okay, Sally Ann. Okay. And then who else should we look out for? So I'm going to X her out. So who else should we look out for? So Vicky has been to the Olympia once before, and she just has a great structure. I don't have anything super new to say about her. Like, I want her to stand up taller because she pushes back a lot, which throws off her balance from top to bottom. Like, specifically her shape. She has so much, like, you know, nice projection up here that it does kind of look it looks a little more balanced than the way she's posing it. But if she could just stand tall in the torso, her shoulder would then be in line with her glute, which would give her that like ideal hourglass shape. Ideal, you know, it's a sport. That's like part of the judging. I don't think there's like an ideal shape for people. I like the red suit a lot. The hair and makeup I love. This was her at the we're going to show you her Vietnam show, what she did in 2024. On my birthday last year, so here she is. Yeah, she looks really full. The only thing with her is I think she could have some more development in the hamstrings. Could she have gotten that between November and now? Yeah, I think so. It's just mainly glutes and not the balance with the leg as a whole. So you see glutes and you see quads, but you don't see that much shape in the hamstrings, or at least projection. The conditioning I think is spot on here. She doesn't look too hard anywhere, and I think her posture is perfect. I think her pose is really good. She could maybe angle her toes more forward so the quad doesn't almost overpower the glute, but I think that the quad isn't really super overpowering the glute. It definitely looks a little bit like it's trying to steal the show, but her glutes have enough shape and size and projection to like taper down into her legs still. But I think what it's also revealing is, or just highlighting, is the lack of development in the hamstring. So if she could put some more size on there, I think she's good. And then just adjust her posing a little bit so she looks a little more relaxed. Okay. And then we have Raina. So Raina took third at the show she just did. Great shape. I already talked about her in my other video, but I think she could just angle away a little bit so she's not so straight on in the waist. Same thing that we talked about with Sally Ann. And then in her back pose, I think that, the size is really good. I would also like to see her a little bit tighter. Like, it looks almost a tiny bit like it's a little soft here. Very, very slight. We're just like picking apart an already pretty perfect physique. So yeah, we'd like to see a little more shape in definition in the hamstring. I don't want to see them like cut up or anything, but just like a little more definitive shape kind of in here. But yeah, really great fullness from top to bottom, balance, makeup, suit, hair, all look pretty. Makeup could be a little more glam. The hair looks really good though. Okay. And then we have, who is this? We have Anita. So Anita placed, so maybe I didn't weed out anyone who has not placed higher. So I'm just going to talk about people who placed top 5. Okay. And then, so we have, is this CU? No, sorry, this is Sarah Choi. Okay, Sarah Choi is, I think it's going to be between her and Sally Ann. So Sarah Choi always does really well. I like the suit color, hair and makeup, spot on, like beautiful. She's another person who I think could turn her waist away a little bit so we get a more shape in her glute. But yeah, more shape in her glute. It just looks like it's kind of flattening out. But if she cranked her waist around so we see less of the front of her suit bottoms, then that would pull her glute forward so we would see more of that shape and like projection in the side glute. It almost looks like her suit bottoms are a little low too, so I would like her to pull those up. And she might be able to pull them up in the front and down in the back, like especially if she's not getting like the shape from the suit in the back pose, like where it goes into a heart shape. Yeah, so she could it's going straight across. She could definitely pull her suit bottoms down in the back and up in the front, and that would give her the perfect amount of coverage in the front, and it would shape her glutes better in the back. She has a lot of shape in her glutes. The quads are looking a little bit squared off to me, so if she could just point her toes a little forward so we don't see this drop in the quad, I think that would really balance her legs from the back, and that's just a posing thing. She looks a little bit flat almost, like I'm not seeing that much. Maybe there's not any glaze on her lower body, like it looks like there's glaze on her shoulders, but this is just looking a little bit one-dimensional to me, which is crazy because obviously she has projection. It just looks like a little bit flat. So I would like to see maybe some glaze, and then also maybe her glutes, maybe she's needed to eat like some more carbs and fat, drink some more water, who knows, just to like get some more projection in the glutes, because she clearly has shape and some density, but they just are looking a little bit not as poppy as like her upper body does. And then the hair, I would like it to be kind of just more, it looks polished, but just like lay in one, look a little more finished. It looks like it just kind of moved around. I would like her to adjust that. Okay, and then we have Alessia. So Alessia always does really well. She's been in the Olympia a bunch of times. I think this is the best her front pose has been. I think she could bring this shoulder around a little bit more, so it doesn't slope off and it gives her some better hourglass shape. I also think she could straighten her arm and have her hand almost behind her glute. So right now it's like pointing at us. If it could be just like a little bit, more right here and not in front of her frame, but like a little bit back, I think that would be good for her. I like the suit color. The makeup, I think the pink, I just don't love the pink eyeshadow on stage. I don't think it reads that great. I just think looking like you, but more glam is what you want for stage. Like, it's like a bronzy, goldish, coppery eye, like stick with those neutral tones. You could have like a little pink shimmer, but not like hot pink. And I've been a makeup artist for over 10 years. Like, I love pink. I love colorful eyeshadow. If you've never seen my makeup Instagram, you will see that I love like color and stuff. So yeah, but for stage, you just want to look like you, but amped up, you, but like Bombshell, you, but Baywatch. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would like to see. Just less pink. And then this pink kind of washed her out. The foundation looks a little bit light. So those are all easy things to fix. It's just like doing your makeup with different colors. Like, that's literally it. But the shape, the fullness looks really good. And her back pose is really, really good. So yeah, I think she's a little tight in the hamstring sometimes, but the glute projection is really good. So I would probably have her in third, Sarah Choi in second. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, usually I do these at the end, but since I don't know these people as well, then I don't want to forget who I'm talking about as I go. Okay, and then we have, we have Sol Han. So she competed at the Olympia last year. With Sol, you don't have to have the most muscle to win a pro show. But I mean, Sally Ann, if my picks are correct, Sally Ann is a little on the more muscular side, and Sarah Choi also has a fair amount of muscle. She just looks like she doesn't have quite as much as them, specifically in the glutes. Part of that is the way that her suit bottoms are sitting, so they're sitting up really high and exposing this like shallow part in her glute, but that's also a lack of development there. So where her suit bottoms could shape her glutes better. But yeah, I think like her balance is there except for in the glutes, which takes away from the balance. But like the shape here looks really good. If she's had more upper outer glute in the front pose than the back pose, like this is killer. Like she looks really good. Okay. And then we have, did I skip a bunch of people, by the way? Okay. No, I talked about Vicky. Okay. Yeah. No, I've talked about these people. Okay. So then we have Heather. So Heather has been doing pretty well. Like, not pretty well. That's insulting. She's been doing top 5, top 4. Like, she's been doing great. So what do I think about Heather? I think she is someone who just needs a little more size in these glutes. This is a pretty competitive show. Not that she's not competitive, but like, I don't know how she's going to land here. Because like four of the people I've already talked about, I think we're gonna see in the top 5. Will Heather get there? I'm not sure. She's just looking a little straight up and down. Maybe she was a little flat at this show too, because I'm just not getting much pop. But her stage presence is really good. Her hair, makeup, very pretty. I just want some more pop and just more density from her. So could that be achieved this season? I don't know. We'll find out. So this isn't fully posed. The shape of her glutes really good, but it's just looking, she's not fully arched here. But yeah, I think she just needs a little more size. Let's see what she looked like at this show. Maybe, yeah, she was definitely more poppy at this show. Part of that is the glaze. And then in her back pose, let's see that. Yeah. Yeah, the pop is much better here. Just needs some more glutes. And the legs just look, I mean, she just looks like she needs more size all over. She looks great, but it almost, with like the amount of shape she has or size she has in her glutes, it almost makes the legs look a little bit skinny. So if they could just match better, that would be awesome. Okay, and then we have Maharu. So she just placed second at Taiwan at the end of last year. And yeah, she has great bikini structure. Again, I just think it's going to be a more muscular show, so I don't know how she will land, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Her glutes, she has really great glute fullness, though. And anyone who's placed in the top 5, I've talked about in a video before. If the show happened after the Olympia last year, then I've talked about them in a video. So you can just look at their show history and see what I thought. But wow, yeah, her glutes are really good. So this could get her higher in placings. Not because it's a glute show, but like just depending on how everyone comes in, like her lower definitely stacks up with the rest of them in the back post. And then we have Amanda. So Amanda's been doing really well. She's got a second, I believe. Yeah, second at Taiwan this year. So yeah, Amanda, same things. Like I want her to angle this foot so we don't see like this just is not giving the same refined shape that if it would if she had her foot at a 45-degree angle. It's just showing the legs sideways, which is what you do in wellness when you want to see leg width. And I could see a situation where she does this because her legs are underdeveloped compared to her glutes, like we just talked about with another competitor, where we talked about with Heather, where it's like the glutes almost make the legs look skinny. So maybe she's doing it for that reason, but she's only been posing that way. So I would like to see her change it and see if it changes anything for her. Her glutes are really full. Her back pose is always awesome. Sometimes it almost borders on like square glutes, I think, because of how much arch she has, which also shortens her torso, which takes away from a little bit of balance. I think she does just have a shorter torso too. But yeah, if she just like stood up a little bit taller, ever so slightly, and adjusted that foot in the front pose and then pulled her suit bottoms down so we got more of a heart shape instead of like, I think part of it is that it looks squared off because we're so exposed up here. So she could pull that down in the back and up in the front, she would get more of that heart shape. And the hair, I think, looks great. Okay, and then we have, is this a pro debut? Renata. Is it a pro debut? No, it's not a pro debut. No. So she has won the Spanish Masters Pro, and she's on the more muscular side. She's harder than the people I've predicted in the first and second placings, but I think she has really beautiful shape. I would like to see a different suit color, just something that pops off of her. Black seems like you're trying to make a statement, which is fine, but like, I mean, are we trying to win? Or are we trying to make a statement? Are we trying to win? Or are we trying to win? Are we trying to win in spite of the suit? That's the question. And I just don't think it's worth it. You know, when you put all the time, travel, money into these shows, I just don't think it's worth it to wear black unless the judges are like, I love you in black. So hopefully she changes it. Hopefully for my sake, she changes it. But yeah, really great, like shape to her glutes. Probably needs a little more size, but with how angled out her toes are, it's making her quads overpower her glutes. So if she had those more straightforward, then she'd probably get better balance where the glute tapers down into the knee, which is what you want. And then we have, Mako. So she placed 4th at Taiwan. So she competed with some of the other competitors and got 4th. And for her, I think it's also just a more size thing. And then, okay. So, Elzbieta has not been doing that great recently, but I just really like her look. I mean, I always think about, okay, now my computer won't load. Okay, I always think about this show she did where she got second. Yeah, she just looked really good. So, yeah, with her, I think it's just a needing more size thing. So here she is when she got 14th last year. It's just needing more size. Her waist is a little bit on the wider side, so she needs to have even more extreme proportions like she has in her upper body and her lower body to get that hourglass shape. And unfortunately, that's just a structural thing. It's not a knock on her at all or her work ethic. But yeah, she just needs a little more size in the lower body. And everywhere, more density everywhere, but definitely more in the lower body. But yeah, big fan. And when I went to go watch the Battle of the Bay, there was a girl sitting in front of me, and I thought she looked like her, and then I went home, and I realized it was her. So I was like, oh, wow, and she was very small in person. I was surprised. Okay, and then we have CU. So finally we get to see you. So here is CU. Let's look at her back post first, since I already have that page up. Really full, beautiful conditioning. Reminds me of Emmy Person. Like, her shape reminds me a lot of Emmy Person. And it reminds me of Amanda Lee, who we just looked at. Okay, so let's look at Emmy. I'll just pull her up. Okay. Is she... Okay. Oh, no, it's about to be Emmy's first Olympia, so she's not going to be on here. Okay, so anyway, let me go here. And then here's the front pose. Yeah, super tight waist, beautiful bikini shape. She could easily win this show too. So I think it's probably going to be, it's going to be hard. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm done with all them. So let's see. Human Person. Okay. So just so you see what I mean, here is Emmy. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be a tough show, man. Okay, so here is Emmy's back pose. So I just think the shapes are very similar. And Emmy has been told, like, by Tyler, her glutes look a little squared off. I think it's just kind of a structural thing. Maybe she could have more coverage to look more rounded. But yeah, I think it's a similar shape here. Less development on CU, but similar shape. So, okay, if I have to guess, okay, which I do have to guess because I brought this on myself. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to say Sally, and Sally, maybe she won't win. I don't know. But I'll say Sally, Sarah, and then I'll say CU, and then Alessia, and then in fifth, I'm going to have Amanda. Okay, those are my guesses. You guys. Okay. And then let's look at the next show. Let's talk about Tahoe. I love Tahoe. Okay, so we have Savannah Watchman. So let me write down my things. Okay. So Tahoe. Oh, and I didn't do my little thing. So, okay. Where am I? Not just Junior. Oh, my predictions page is not even good. But those are my predictions. I predict the future. Okay. So let's look at these contestants. So not a big show. Tahoe usually isn't, and I think it might be because it's kind of a pain to travel to. Like, I can drive there, it's close, but it's like there's not really an airport that you can fly to and land in. So Savannah, I already critiqued her physique in the last video I did. Oh, did I? What did she place at this show? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, yeah, you can watch that if you want to know my in-depth thoughts. But I'm going to say probably, okay, Savannah, and then Nikki I'm also looking at. So I think Savannah could win this show. I think she has great shape, great fullness. And then her back pose, I think the same thing. Like, maybe more hamstring projection is what I'd like to see. But this looks really good, and I think it could win a show. Yeah. Okay, so her, and then we have a Nikki. So I'm just going to show you like people I'm looking out for, because I've already broken down these people's physiques like very recently. Great fullness. I would like her to maybe open up a little bit more in the upper body, just so she's a little closed out, but I think this is a good front pose still. Yeah, and I really like her shape. She said her feedback was that, like, maybe she wasn't training right. Something like that. Like, I just watched an interview with Nikki the other day. So you can go watch that. It was her and Sean Hector Lewis. So you can go watch, like, the interview she did. She talks about this upcoming show. Really great shape. And yeah, I think she got 6th at her pro debut, which was DC just a couple months ago in June. So yeah, I think she could, I don't know about win the show. I think she might be a little under muscle to win the show, but I wouldn't count her out. This show is like kind of anyone's game. And then we have Fatu. So Fatu has placed 2nd, 6th, and then 3rd this season. And lower than that, but we'll talk about the highest placings. So Fatu looks incredible. I love her shape. I love her, like, how she does her, like, her suit color. Her hair looks great. Makeup could be a little more glam, but I still like it. It's just that her upper body is in balance with her lower body, because her lower body is more muscular. So I would like to see more density in her upper body. Otherwise, she risks her upper body looking skinny. But her hourglass shape is really good. But balance is a big criteria in bikini. So will she win with her upper body being less developed? I don't know. Is it possible? Yeah, I just don't know. But it's in her front and her back pose, and top to bottom in front and back pose. So yeah, but really great projection. The glutes maybe could have been a little bit tighter, but that would risk her upper body looking skinny. So yeah. But she could win. And then we have Lisa Wreath. She's coming in. She's doing this U.S. show before the Olympia is happening, which is in like 10 weeks. And same critiques as usual. Just like I would like less rib flare. And her legs are just a little bit skinny compared to her glutes. So I would like to see more of that. So how will she do? She might get in that top 5. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking Savannah's going to win this show, you guys. And then this exciting Emmy Schwartz, who just won the overall NPC USA's, she is doing her pro debut. So I'm very excited about this. She looked great. Really great balance from top to bottom. The only question is, like, will she look skinny compared to the other athletes who have been doing this for longer? Because the density isn't there as much as it is with the athletes who have been in it for a while. So yeah, it's just going to be like, does she look small compared to them in a way that like is a negative and gets her lower in placings, or is her balance and stuff and her conditioning gonna carry her through, which I think it could. Like, will she win the show? I don't know. I would love to see someone win their pro debut and then get qualified for the Olympia. Like, we'll see. Great fullness to the glutes. I think this conditioning is just totally spot on. So yeah, she's just not quite as complete in her muscle as some of those other competitors are. So I'm really I keep going back to Savannah in my head, but who else am I thinking? Yeah, I don't know. So Hannah DeVore, she's done 7th place this season. I think she has good balance. How will these people compare against each other? Yeah, I think her balance is good fullness. The tan could have been better, but I don't think she was alone at this show with tan needing to be better. Full. So yeah, she's someone to look out for. Will she win? I'm not sure. And then Trisha Green, I talked about her for the indie show. She ended up not placing at this show, but I think her balance is really good. I would like her to kick this foot right here so it's under her knee. But that's my only feedback with the pose, really. And then I think she could come in a little bit fuller. This is her first show in quite some time. And I think she just needs to be a little bit fuller. And then she would, maybe even get in the top 5. Like, I don't think that's out of the question. And then yeah, glutes could be fuller. They just need more size, but like also if she filled out more, she could probably do better than this show for sure. Maybe also if she arched more, that would help. It looks like the upper body is kind of overpowering. If she straightened these arms too, then I think that would help. I think the elbows are kind of distracting me. The hamstrings look great. They look very full. We just need to bring the glutes up a little bit, but I think she might have been more depleted. Like they were erring on they were being a little bit safe at this show by not coming in as full. Okay, quite some time was extreme. Actually, but I don't think this is her. Yeah, this is not her. She hasn't competed since 2021 when she was a pro. She's still a pro, but you know. So yeah, I think more fullness, but I like her balance. How much charge do I have? Okay. And then we have Naomi Jordan. So she won her pro card at NPC Junior USA's in 2023, and she is doing her pro debut. So I'm excited. Who knows what it's going to be with her. Could use a little density all over, but I'm sure that's why it's taken so long. Again, it's not been long to do a show. It's been a little over 2 years. So yeah, I like the suit color. Hair makeup is gorgeous. Tan looks really good. So we'll just see. I'm excited for her. And then here is her back pose. Really full glutes. Conditioning is spot on. Could be a little like less striated in the shoulders, but this is also super close up. Who knows what judges saw? And that's what I do every show. Like I have no way to know what they look like in person if I'm not at the show. So, okay, Tahoe. What do I think? This is tough. Okay, it's tough. So I'm going to say Savannah. Savannah winning. Probably Fatu next. And their conditioning is pretty similar. Like, Savannah's been coming in really full. Okay, so Savannah, and then I'm going to say Nikki. That might change, but I'm going to say Nikki. And then we have Lisa. I don't know that Lisa will be in the top 5. But do I think Hannah would place above her? Not necessarily. I think we could even see Trisha in 5th place. I think we could see this person in the top 5. Who knows? So I'm going to say, okay, Naomi Jordan, has she posted anything? Let's see. Okay. Not this tells us. Oh, I think I already did look her up. And she hadn't posted anything. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe she's posted a physique update. No. Okay. So who knows? I'm going to say, I'm going to say Nikki. And we could even, I'm going to say, okay, Naomi. And then I'm going to say Lisa. And then I want to put Trisha in there. But I don't know. Okay. And then Emmy. I think Emmy, I don't know. I'll say 7th, but she could be higher. I have no idea. Okay, so those are my guesses. Okay. And then now we have, I'll say Midwest Naturals, and I'll save Texas for last. So Midwest, I just pulled up all the competitors. There's only 5. So we have Corinne, and let's see. So Corinne, I think, looks good. Just a little more arch in the front pose. She looks like almost like tucked. So we're losing some glute shape. So I would like to see that. And then, but big smile, that always helps. And then back pose, just a little more glute density. Maybe she's put it on since then because she hasn't competed since 2023. So who knows? And then we have Shea Gillespie. So she just went pro a few weeks ago. And yeah, I like the suit color. She looks like she's having a good time on stage, which is huge. Hair and makeup look beautiful. Could be, yeah, I think glute shape. She has those like long long glute drops, like great shape. Looks pretty full in this back pose, so that's good. And then we have Stephanie Ortiz, who I think will probably win the show. I think it's going to be between her and Ala. So, yeah, I think the red is pretty. Hair and makeup look pretty. Tan looks good. So I'm going to say, Cassie. I think Cassie's going to win, actually. So I think it's going to be Cassie. See, this is great. This is really good. Could keep the core tighter, but this is really good. Hair and makeup look great too. And then, we just saw her back pose on the other page. Okay, so back pose. Yeah, I mean, more coverage would be good so we don't see like where that glute inserts. But yeah, I think really good. So I'm going to say, I'm only going to do top 3. Or Allah's not doing the show. Allah's doing a different show, actually. Okay, Kathy Seitz might do. Okay, so I can't confirm. Kathy Greenwald, that's her now married name. So I don't know if Kathy's going to compete. I thought she retired. She even she's placed 3rd in open pro shows. She won the overall NPC universe in 2022 or 2023. So I don't know, man. I think if she does it, she'll probably win because she has a really great balance. So I'm going to say, Midwest. I'm going to say Kathy, Casey, Stephanie. I'm just going to do top 3. Okay. And then finally we're getting to Texas. So Texas is going to be exciting. We have another overall. Oh, actually, okay. Sorry, we're going to talk about this really quick. Tupelo Pro, a couple people are coming back who we haven't seen in a while. So one of these people is Brooke Walker. She does women's physique. I really love Brooke Walker's physique. She expedites for the shows in the Midwest. So I met her there when I did my first NPC show, and she was just really cool. So just a cool person. Clearly dedicates so much of her life to this. She's placed 3rd at the Olympia in women's physique 2 or 3 times. I will double check. But just beautiful, statuesque, beautiful, great stage presence, beautiful routine, just really something special to watch. When you see her do her posing, you're just witnessing something so special. It's just incredible. So yeah, 3 times placing 3rd. So she took last year's Olympia off. 4th last year in 2023, not last year, 2023. So I think she took the time off so she could improve and come for that fucking win. So I hope she wins. I think she'll win Tupelo, but I mean, hopefully she does better at the Olympia than she ever has. And then Missy Teruskin is competing. So she has won fitness 2 times, I think. She injured herself in 2023 during her routine portion. So she has fitness, so you do a gymnastics routine basically, and she injured her knee during her routine. So she was like not disqualified, but like not scored. Like she couldn't continue after that. Her physique is always the best one. Like in my opinion, always the best one in fitness. And just great in general. She's done a couple figure shows before. Correct me if I'm wrong. She might have done more than a couple. She might have just done one. I don't know. But yeah, she won in 2022 and 2020, I think. Yeah. And then 2021, it was, the other person. Who's the other person who always wins? Or who she goes back and forth with? Whitney Jones. I think Whitney Jones. Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. Fitness. Where are you? Oh, it feels good to be right, you guys. It's true. Okay. Her physique is it's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. So she rehabbed her knee since the 2023 Olympia and then comes back and wins fitness again. So she's won it 3 times. And now, like, she's not able to do fitness anymore. It's just like maybe she could, but it's just like not worth it. It's like too dangerous. That's my opinion. So she's gonna do figure and then hopefully qualify, go to the Olympia in figure. She's qualified for life in fitness, but you have to qualify in the respective division unless you get like special invite and then win the Olympia. You have to win the Olympia in that division to be lifetime qualified. And so you couldn't she can't just do a figure show she can't just do figure Olympia. She would have to qualify for it because her lifetime qualification is just for the division she's in. So yeah, I'm excited to see those two at the Tupelo Pro. Okay, and then we have, oh my god, I messed up the other side of my neck now. Okay, so finally Texas. So this is going to be an interesting show for many reasons, but one of them is, a few. Jordan is coming back. Jordan Lee. She got 9th at the Olympia last year. The year before that, I think she got 11th. Year before that, I think 13th. Let me see if I'm right, because I love to be right. Okay, 2023. Oh, I'm already wrong. Okay, 9th, 10th in 2023. Sorry, I said 11th. 11th, 2022. Okay. And then 13th. Okay, I was right about that. I was right. I was just wrong a little bit. Okay, so Jordan's coming back. That's exciting. And then Carla, she, who's Carla? Where's Carla? Carla, she won the overall NPC Universe last year, so 2024. And then Masa Rogers won the overall NPC Nationals, and she looks freaking bonkers. So we're going to look at that. So I think it's Jordan's show. She placed 9th in the Olympia last year. Was it 10th? It was 9th. Yeah, it was 9th. She placed 9th in the Olympia last year. And I might have an apology tour to go on. Apology tour. I don't have a cue card for it. I said I didn't like the suit, but I hear everyone else saying that in person it looks great. So I take it back, I guess. I don't know. I'm excited that she does something different, so that's good. I prefer the teal that she wore. I don't think she wore it this one. Yeah, she wore the magenta. I prefer, my favorite thing on her is this teal. This lighting isn't great, but just take my word for it, I guess. So yeah, I think that she will probably win this show. However, I do not think she's unbeatable. So Jordan had really great fullness. You can watch my Olympia recap if you want to know like everything I thought. And then her back pose, she has incredible glutes. She lets her back be exposed because her conditioning is the same in her upper body as is in her lower body. So if you have like a really shredded back, you probably shouldn't wear like your back uncovered because then it looks like an imbalance between top and bottom, even though your back's not judged. But yeah, I think, we'll just see. I think she'll win. She's the highest ranked person here. But there are other people like Kate Carroll, Taylor Crowell, and I want to see how Masa looks. And then, yeah, but I think it's going to be between among Jordan, Kate, Taylor, and maybe Masa. Like, I think Masa could win. So let's start with Masa. This is what her glutes looked like the other day. Like, this is full. And again, it's not a glute contest, but she looks equally balanced top to bottom. So I'm very excited to see her compete. This is what she looked like when she won the overall. So yeah, I mean, needed more projection here, but I think she has it now. So yeah, like more projection when she like transitions and stuff. But yeah, she's only put on size since then. I think that was like her only lagging part. Could her like posing be a little more smooth? Yeah, sure. But she went pro with the show. I'm sure it's improved since. Jordan is a really great poser. So yeah, it depends on which way they're going to go. Cause I think, Jordan, Masa, if she comes in like similar conditioning to Jordan-ish. And then, Kate, I think they all have similar conditioning, so they will be very comparable. Taylor, I thought was a little bit too tight at the Tampa show. So if she comes in a little bit softer, she will then be in line with those other people. And then another thing is that Jordan is not the most muscled person on stage. She could have a little more density, and that's why she only competes like one time before the Olympia, like qualifies, then retires to her quarters until the Olympia. So, yeah, so Kate would compare well because she also is not the most muscular person. And I think that hurt her a little bit at the Tampa show. So, yeah, I don't know. Kate, she looked incredible at Tampa. I already talked about her. Like, I don't know. We'll just see. But if we're going based on like paper, Jordan is the winner. Taylor, I love her physique. So if that means anything, so she came in a little bit fuller. And she also has a more petite frame like Jordan and like Kate. So it's going to be a very, very interesting show. And then Masa looked great. I mean, we'll just see how she comes in. And then we have Anna Setlak. I think the issue with her, and Tyler said this in his recap video of Gomeja, that her glutes were overpowering her legs and her back post, so to bring up her hamstrings and stuff. I totally agree. So I think she might be in like that 6th place. I'm not sure. And then Brittany, we'll see. Do I think Brittany's going to win the show? No. Do I wish? Yes. So hopefully she does. I'm not sure. I just think her conditioning is a little bit different than everyone else's. And I think other people are maybe a little bit more complete than her, but Brittany is really good. I just think other people are like Jordan specifically is a little more balanced than Brittany. Cause Brittany's imbalance between like the development of her legs versus glutes is greater, and Tyler said the same things I thought, which is like a little more lat to kind of fill in that space to get more natural hourglass, and that the legs were a little undersized compared to the glutes. So yeah, I don't know. So if I am ranking, I'm gonna say Tahoe is Jordan, and then I want Kate to be in there. I really like Kate, but Masa is really going to shake things up. Oh, and Carla Grijalva, I didn't leave her up. I don't know like how she'll do it this show, but I'm just excited. Okay, so here she is when she won. And she's looking really good now too. I just think, yeah, pose less hard in this back pose, like don't squat into it. But hair and makeup are really pretty. Suit color looks really good. Tight waist. So yeah, a little more upper outer glute, but I think she's put on some since then. But yeah, I'll say Jordan. Who else on here? So Jordan. I'm going to say Kate just because neither of them are the most muscled. I think... who else do I have? Okay, Taylor. I just don't see her placing lower than 3rd, but I want to put Masa in the top. So... I'm just going to say Masa. Who knows? Taylor. But I think Taylor could win. Like, I think a lot of these people could win the show. Okay, so Jordan, talked about her. Kate, yes. Taylor, I wrote down. Brittany, Anna, Carla. Okay, so I'm going to say... okay. Oh, Jodie Younker's doing the show. Okay. I'm going to say, okay, Jordan, Kate, Masa, Taylor, and then, okay, and then I'll say Brittany, Jodie, I'm going to say Anna above her, and then Jodie, just because of Jodie's imbalance between top and bottom. So I'm doing a lot of predictions. Okay, so that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm so excited, and just have a good day. Bye.